there, movie nerds. Abby here.
And Elliot here.
And this week we will be reviewing How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. A quick note, we're not going to be doing the challenge thing for a couple of weeks or for possibly even longer because Elliot's computer is on the fritz.
Indefinitely. I'm going to take the blame for this one. My computer is having disagreement with me. So, you know what? And plus, you probably liked watching Abby more anyway. So we're just going to keep it the two of us. But anyway, on to the task at hand. How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. Interestingly enough, not really about losing friends and or alienating people, but that's okay. This movie starring Simon Pegg as a entertainment journalist who is transplanted from the UK to the United States in hope of making it big at Sharps magazine, which is, you know, a la People or, you know, Us or one of those interesting
Basically,
downloads.
it's like a male Devil Wears Prada, but with celebrity culture instead of fashion. And Simon Pegg isn't nearly as cute and doe-eyed as Anne Hathaway. He's just disturbingly misled.
Yeah, and you know what? His performance was, let's face it, his performance was doughy. It was very nondescript. It didn't have any definition.
Doughy in the sense of the Pillsbury Doughboy, not doughy as in doe-eyed like a baby deer.
Absolutely. And let me just say, for the record, no woohoo moment came from this movie. No woohoo moment at all.
No.
But that's okay. You know, honestly, Abby, watching this film, I was really underwhelmed through and through. I just couldn't really stand what I was watching.
It was...
You can disagree with me. I'm fine.
I mean, I think I enjoyed it a little bit more than you, but not by much, just because it really wasn't much of anything. It was like watching an afternoon of VH1 television. You come away from it feeling kind of slimy for having watched that much of it.
And a little bit used.
Yeah, because you didn't really learn anything. I mean, there's nothing to be gained from this movie. You're just watching people talk about other famous people. Fake famous people, by the way. Not real famous people.
Not real people.
Fictional famous people. So it's not even that interesting because it's not pertinent at all.
True. And not only that, another frustrating thing to me was the fact that this movie has a great cast. The cast is absolutely stellar from top to bottom. But none of them bring it in this movie.
No.
Nobody actually brings forth the chops to make a significant film. Even Simon Pegg, who I've adored in every role he's had since I've been introduced to him in Shaun of the Dead, really just left me wanting more. So
it's like the entire bunch of Hollywood elite, like all the good people in that cast just needed money, so they decided simultaneously they were going to do this
is the mortgage payment film. They weren't actually feeling the need to actually act.
Because they can't borrow money anymore. So what are you going to do? Let's be in a bad movie and earn some money.
Sounds like a logical thing to me.
Pretty much.
But I mean, also, I mean, just to take if you take away the fact that the cast was so underwhelming, the script itself was really. There was nothing to it, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, you know, like we said, the Spike Lee movie, Miracle at St. Anna, that movie was trying to be too much. This movie feels like it was trying to be too much, but in essence, it actually wasn't trying to be anything at all,
no.
which is, you know, probably even more frustrating.
Yeah.
So personally, I just, you know, it wasn't oh my god, I want my money back. It was just like, oh man, this movie had such promise, such opportunity to really capitalize on the cast, capitalize on the idea. I mean, entertainment journalism isn't something I've seen a ton of movies about, but it
there's a reason, I think.
Yeah, there is a reason. I'm sorry, there's a reason.
It's so fluffy, and if you're really not somebody who's into entertainment journalism, I myself am not really,
ourselves are not interested.
Especially that particular aspect of it, the movie worshiper culture type thing. That's not so much about the art as it is about the people.
The looky-loos, as they call them.
The looky-loos, as they say several times. Yeah, it's just, if you're into that, maybe you'll like it. We're not, so it didn't really hit us in the way that we wanted it to. It did not hit the spot whatsoever.
Absolutely. Like, honestly, I think this movie would have been a lot better served if it had focused on actual celebrities. Because the problem is, you know, throughout the film, we are spoon-fed all these lines about how so many people care about this certain actress, or so many people care about this certain director. But we don't actually care.
I don't know them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't understand why people care so much about Paris Hilton, but they do. This movie would have been more relatable if it was actually talking about Paris Hilton, or if it was actually talking about
Instead, we get a starlet who's kind of like Lindsay Lohan. We get a director who's kind of like Quentin Tarantino or Eli Roth, but...
So look, if you know what, if you actually existed in this universe where this starlet Sophie Mays exists, or this director, what was the fellow's name?
Vincent something?
Vincent LePac.
That's the one.
That's how memorable. I'm so dumbfounded by that.
We can't talk.
Absolutely. But you know what? If you actually lived in this universe, you might care. But seeing as how you don't, At least I hope you don't, because if you concede it's from that universe, then we have an entirely different discussion to have.
Yee.
You just don't care. So, really, folks, I don't know really how to close this one out. I'm just feeling a little bit...
It's underwhelming, and, you know, if you're looking for underwhelming, wait until it comes out in the $5 rack at Walmart, which it surely will in a few months.
3. I'd say 3 at
You
tops.
can wait. It's really not that exciting of a film.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm Elliot.
I'm Abby.
And we're the Two Awesome Movie Nerds, so go forth and watch.